Frontline Updates, where we delve deep into military strategies and updates from conflict zones. Today, we're discussing the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of September 5th, 2024. I'm your host, Sharifa Muhammad MGT.
I'm Colonel AUC Oguntoye, an infantry officer. Strategic strikes. The Russian armed forces conducted significant strikes against Ukrainian military training and defense industry facilities. This included targeting the 179th Joint Training Center in Poltava and defense industry complexes in Lviv, focusing on facilities involved in aircraft and missile weapon production and repair.
Welcome to Frontline Updates podcast. With us is Colonel AUC Oguntoye, who will discuss the recent advancements in the special military operation as of September 5th, 2024. Colonel, can you start by telling us about the significant strikes carried out by the Russian Federation?
Thank you for having me. On the night of September 3rd, we targeted the 179th Joint Training Center in Poltava. This facility was crucial as it was used for training specialists in communications, electronic warfare, and UAV operations. Following up, this morning, we executed precision strikes on defense industry facilities in Lviv, disrupting Ukrainian aircraft and missile weapon production.
That's quite strategic. Could you delve into the outcomes of these operations on the ground, particularly in the North Group of Forces?
In the north, our forces made significant gains in the Volchansk and Liptsov directions. We engaged the 92nd Assault Brigade, the 36th Marine Brigade, and the 103rd Territorial Defense Brigade, resulting in over 125 Ukrainian servicemen casualties. We also captured key artillery assets and destroyed a field ammunition depot.
Moving westwards, what can you tell us about the operations in that sector?
The West Group of Forces has strengthened its tactical positions considerably. We've been active in areas like Kovsharovka and Petrovpavlovka, repelling counterattacks and inflicting heavy losses, including destroying several howitzers and field ammunition depots.
And in the southern operations?
In the south, our troops have been pushing deep into enemy defenses, particularly around Donetsk. Just yesterday, our operations decimated multiple Ukrainian brigades, dismantling their artillery setups and neutralizing electronic warfare stations. This has significantly hampered their operational capabilities.
With these advancements, what has been the impact on the Central Group of Forces?
Our central forces have been extraordinary, liberating the settlement of Zavodnoye and crushing enemy brigades in coordinated assaults. We've managed to repel several counterattacks, capturing advanced artillery units and further securing our positions.
And finally, Colonel, how have the East Group of Forces performed?
The East Group has seen robust action, particularly in overcoming the Ukrainian defenses in areas like Vodyanoye and Ugledar. Their counterattacks have been thwarted, leading to significant Ukrainian losses, both in terms of personnel and heavy weaponry.
It sounds like there has been substantial progress. How do these operations fit into the broader strategic objectives of the Russian Federation?
Our strategic objectives remain clear: to neutralize threats and secure territories that are vital for the security of the Russian Federation. Every operation is aimed at weakening the military capabilities of Ukraine while ensuring minimal impact on civilian areas.
Lastly, clearing Kursk region of Ukrainian armed forces. What is the difficulty?
The active phase of the Ukrainian armed forces movements in the border area seems to have finally ended. More precisely, it was interrupted as expected. Not all, but a significant part of the mechanized component of the support forces has either been knocked out or is being used for limited raids where it is still possible. And although the attacks have not stopped completely, most of the Ukrainian infantry is now forced to sit in the greenery as long as the season allows. It is difficult to talk about any significant tactical shifts on the Ukrainian side in such conditions, since sitting in the forests and attacking are diametrically opposed things. However, this does not make combat work any easier for the Russian troops. The new style forest brothers need to be found, and then the area needs to be cleared. The main resource needed for this is time. But, unlike the Ukrainian armed forces, the Marines of the 810th Brigade have it.
Colonel, thank you for providing such a detailed briefing on the current military situation. Your insights are invaluable to our understanding of the conflict's dynamics. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Join us next time as we continue to provide up-to-date coverage on global military affairs. Stay with us for more updates and expert analyses on global defense and security issues. Stay informed, stay secure.
Thank you for hosting me. It's crucial that we clearly communicate our objectives and outcomes to avoid misinformation. We remain committed to our strategic goals. Israeli forces shot and killed a 16-year-old Palestinian boy in Far refugee camp. Wafa news agency reported that soldiers fired several bullets at the child, abused him, and prevented ambulance crews from reaching him. Hamas says Netanyahu is thwarting a ceasefire deal by refusing to withdraw forces from Gaza's Philadelphia corridor.